All right, we are live. We're live. We're live. All right. Let me share my screen and let me just do some stuff like there. Um all right, there. And we are live. Let's see. I'm just looking at something real quick. I was actually gonna start going live around like 5:40, but I realized I'm just gonna go and stream early today. So I'm gonna get like a bit of a longer stream. To you guys. Alright. So where I left off was like right here. And thank you so much, Joki Babu, or whatever how you say this. That's actually one of my say that. That's actually one of my playtesters. He gave me advice saying that this part felt a little empty, which I can see why. I like the block design in this part, though. I think the block design is I really did, like, a good job, I feel like. He said something like, maybe adding, like, low opacity arrows, like the ones from, like, Acheron, kind of, might work. So I'm just gonna do that and see if it works. Maybe like that. I'm gonna, like, scale it down, like, a ton. Yeah, that's good. No, not free move. Let me snap that back. Alright. Boom, that gives it a bit more depth. And what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna, like, copy one of these. Definitely scale down the Y a bit more. Now I'm definitely gonna use warp for this. Like, lock that. Yeah. And boom, let's see how this looks. That looks kind of cool. Me, I kind of like that. Actually, something that might be interesting. What if I put this on 10? Or, like, no. I'm gonna make this, like, 11, which will copy 10 just with an opacity added to it. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, it works. Let's go. Alright, I think the middle one looks cool, but the middle one kind of ruins it. Thank you, Joki Babu, for giving me that idea. That definitely works. Like, that works to give it some more, like, space. I'm just gonna copy these 3. And I'm gonna, like, kind of put that around, like, right here, maybe, might work. Let's make this upwards, or maybe like that. That might work. Is like alright, boom. I think that works. Why does it move? Oh, that doesn't move. Let's move that down a little. That definitely fills in space a little bit, so thank you, Jokey Babu. I really hope I'm saying that right. And the other thing I want to do, actually, no, I'm going to save that for later in the decoration process. Like, maybe, like, going back. Okay, I just remembered. One thing I definitely need to do is adding round spikes to this part. So I'm just going to do that real quick. This should be too hard. Okay, I'm in the completely wrong section. Alright, I'm going to use these ones. These ones are pretty cool. Alright, something I do to actually, like, give these, like, objects, like, more, like, flair to them instead of just them being there is I'll copy all these. I'm really glad I made that flickering group. Alright, I'm just going to move everything up here, like a ton. So many groups in this part. And alright, boom. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is behind that. Alright, I'm going to make this B2. I'm going to move it up a little, like that. And I'm going to put this on 10. Okay. I'm going to move this up. Then I'm going to make this bottom group on, like, B1. And move this, all these down. Okay. Boom, I made the ground spikes. Okay, one thing I don't like is how everything kind of moves. Whatever. Let's just focus on this next part because I genuinely have so much to do. Like, it's insane. Okay, so for this part, it's going to start leaning into the flushes a bit more. So I am just going to use a very bold color. Let's just use this block. Make sure it's on no glow. Hate glow, to be honest. I don't like the way it looks. Let's put both of these on 10, so it looks like it's just one solid color. Then let's just copy it all the way through. I think it's actually like this. Maybe. Can't remember how it was. Whatever. I think that makes it a teensy bit more fair. Either way. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna do, just to make sure, like, you can tell which ones are the D blocks so you don't, like, spam all the way through, is I'm just gonna put, like, some outer glow on, like, the ones that have, like, D blocks on them. Alright, that's a bit too far. Yeah. Like, not even, like... Alright. This could maybe be on, like, 11. This one. Alright. I'm going to fade the background in the ground for this part back to, like, black. And G1. Alright. So, goes back to black. Alright. Or actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make these 10. May look ugly, but for like sight reading stuff, it's a lot more fair. Okay, you know what? I'm also gonna move this to layer 1 so it doesn't. I'm gonna make all these on like color 12 or something. By the way, I like making all of like the base color. It's like what's the word? Like all the beginning colors like blank because it helps. Okay, so boom, that's that. And then to just give this area a bit more flair, a bit more style, I'm gonna add glow to the blocks that you aren't on either. That way it's not like completely empty or anything. And it looks visually decent. Alright, and then I'm gonna move this down like here. Alright. Now I'm gonna do the last of like these things. Oops. Boom, boom. Oh wait, I can't see if I have a view or not. I want to make sure I have one. Alright. Oh wait, I need to add one of these things, like right here. That looks good. Wait. I can add this to like here as well. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to replace all these spikes with flashing spikes. Alright. The reason these spikes are here is so you can't like go through. Like either way you're going to die, but like I don't want it to, like it's just gonna be weird if you go through. Wait. Alright. Boom. So I finished this like design. It looks a bit weird though, so what I'm gonna do is add add some stuff though. Something that might work is like inside these blocks, like just black. That is not black, that is white and black. Like, just black, like, spikes and stuff. Alright. Of course, like, with no glow or anything. Because I do not like... Alright, that looks pretty cool. What if I put these on, like... a group 25? Oh, wait, scale. Yeah. Alright, of course I'm gonna delete these, like, back blocks or something, whatever. That's a cool effect. I'm gonna add one more up here. Alright. Just gonna, like... Oh, wait, did you guys, like... Oh, wait, there's no one viewing. Anyway, so... I'm talking to one of my cousins or something. One thing that makes it look better is if you get it just right, like no overlap. If you can do that, then it looks a lot better. Boom. Alright, boom. And now I'm gonna create a loop. Alright, boom. That's like a pretty good part. Wow. That looks cool. Alright. One thing that these could be, though, is on that same, like, 25 group. These feel static. Like, not in a good way. Alright. I just want to, like... gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna, like... make it go extremely slow. I know this is messing it up, but whatever. Okay, that's weird. I don't think it's working. I'm gonna re-disable that. 3. Okay. What's the problem with that? Is it the second one? No way. I feel like the problem is that it's directly on, like, the beginning. So let's move this over a little bit. Take them both off these groups. I know it's gonna just reuse them, but yeah, I think that was it. Alright, that makes the part feel a lot more static. Like moving. Dude, I think I'm actually makes the part harder. This part, that part, like that wave part, it's not actually that hard. Alright, So, I think that's good. Whoa, I went way too far. But this part still feels really basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try adding like some saws or something. That might look good if I add like saws or something like outside of it. Maybe both on like 10 because that seems to work well. Then have one of these circles in the middle. Scale it up. Oh wait, that was already scaled up enough. Oh wait, of course I need to make sure there's no glow. I don't think I use saws in the entire layout, so this makes sense to add. Behind it, let's do some black glow to add some depth. Then in front of it, like so, this makes it look like a Jonathan G. And then in front of that, scale that down even further. And then put this in front of it. So that way it's like, makes it look interesting for me. Let's give this 25. All right. Boom. I'm going to pulse the background for the first time in the stream, or the streams. I'm going to pulse it like that. Maybe hold for like that long and then do that. And then all right, that works. All right, you know what these songs need? They need their own group. Saw something where it's like smiling friends got canceled. Not canceled. It's ending. Like, I was like, dude, I literally wanted to watch this show. I was planning on watching it, like, I'm pretty young, so, like, I was just planning on watching it when I get a bit older. But then I was like, crap, it got canceled, or whatever. Not canceled, it's just ending. I don't know why they would cancel it, because it seemed to be a extremely successful show. I feel like the songs need a bit more of a profound movement. All right, that can definitely be changed. Oh wait. Boom. All right, boom. You know what? This can be added to this flashing part. That would fit, like, right in. Ooh, that looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. It looks cool. I feel like this part. You know what? I feel like these saws in here can be considered hallucinations as well. So, no way, I can't make them that. Huh, I wonder what I'm gonna do for the background for this part. This part obviously does not need a background at all, but this part does. So, maybe what I'm gonna do is like, I was using these flower things a lot, so might as well just put a big one in the background. Where are these at again? Yeah, right here. Oh yeah, I could just copy one. Remove the group. 23. Wonder if I can, like, if snapping will correctly rotate it. No, it won't. Whatever. That's good enough. What I was gonna do, though, is boom. No, wait, that is not big enough. Boop. Undo that. Lock. Bro. Boom. That looks awful. Okay, I cannot do flowers the background, apparently. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what to do for the background. I was gonna have, like, a massive flower rise up and, like, kind of spin for a minute and then, like, fall back down. But it's obvious that won't work, so I have to try something else. What if this first part I kinda like no, I'm gonna this first part I kinda had these big little dust things that kind of fade out. So what if I have one of these, like, fading things as the background for this part? That's cool. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Scale it up, like, really big. Of course, rotate it. Warp. Can make that bigger. I can make it on B4, I believe it is. Then further back on B4, I can, like, Oh, I know what I was doing. Alright, boom. That's the background. You know, let's put this on editor layer 1. You know what? Let's just put a center thing, like, right. Right here. Let's make this 31. Hide. Wait. 32. Definitely not 23. One, two, three. So 15 blocks. Move 32 up 150, like a second. And let's rotate it like right here. 32 around 31. 360. But let's make that like 10 seconds. Let's just see how that looks. Oh, yeah. Does it just cut off? That's annoying. Oh, you know what I can do? Follow the player for like 10 seconds. Like, no, follow X. For like. Then let's have that definitely. Definitely about like there. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the radial blur a little bit because that's a little too definitely size as well, I feel like. Alright, that is pretty good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, very obviously, just copy this whole block design shenanigan thing. Like, come on, that was pretty obvious that I was gonna do that. this level's main color is very obviously like red. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste these over here because it doesn't really. Wait. Very obviously, I'm gonna need a block design for all that. I wonder what I'm about to do. Boom, boom, boom. All right, boom. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna do something real quick. I am going to just make this big old thing move like that from top like down. It is a massive structure, and I feel like this can definitely move. 33. All right. 33, 10, exponential. Oh, I feel like exponential in out would be good for that. Alright, that could definitely be extended a little bit by like, boom. Alright. So, this part is very obviously, like, I'm proud of that. But let's do a lot of copy and pasting. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I kind of just did it for, like, the sides you don't touch. So I'm just gonna do the same thing instead. Alright, and then this glow. Wait, I didn't do that. Alright. Boom. Alright. Very obviously, like, you could tell what I'm gonna do next. Wait. Alright, so... gee, I wonder what I'm gonna do next. Nerve-wracking decisions. So I'm just gonna, like, move these all throughout. You know what? These things can have glow, too. I'm gonna add glow to those in a minute. Some spikes have glow and some don't. It feels a little weird. Plus, I'm gonna have a really fun time filling this part in. This level's really fun to make right now. It was more fun than the previous. It's more fun to play than the previous levels we're working on. It's definitely better polishing wise. And overall, I just kind of like this level more. Has a cooler vibe than the level I was previously working on. I think my brother's talking to our cousin. Alright. Alright. You know what? This looks better. Wow. I did a lot today. Oh, wait. I still need to do these things. I'm just gonna sprinkle some, like, throughout this part. This kind of reminds me of, like, Mannix. If that makes any sense. Alright, this could be further. Then, just what I'm going to do right here. Boom. That is great, actually. You know what? Just fill space out. I'm going to add some more ground spikes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add decoration to everything, even if you barely notice it. Oh wait, I'm not pressing delete. See? Alright. Time to add some saws. Woohoo! Some saws. Saw time, baby. Alright. I think this part is actually pretty well made. if I do say so myself. Okay. This one right here is like the exact same size, so I'm just going to scale it down a little. And, oh yeah, I still have to change that. Half block time. Why is it like that? What? No glow. 10, 10, boom. This part is like very, very good. I'm very proud of it. All right, you know what? That's a bit too much. That's better. Okay. If you're able to do that, whatever. That's like a frame perfect. Wait. 25, 28, 33. Okay. I'm gonna make like the presupposition. Yes. Everything from this is on like 33. Boom. That should fix it. All right. I'm gonna check something. All right. Dude, I'm so bad. I need to like start from this part. I'm not that bad, but like. All right. All right. This part is good. The spider part right here, but it definitely lacks movement, and it's longer than the wave part, and movement is gonna be necessary. So let's be working. All right, 34. Let's place it like right here. Wait. Alright, let's go. Alright, I guess I'm gonna just have that entire thing. Alright. Very obviously, I can't just move that. So, I'm gonna move this by like 5. 35. Alright. Gotta move this like 36. Wait, it's on 36. Okay, so that was like impossible. Okay. So I think what I need to do is like do that or something. Because that click seems hard. But there's a lot of hard clicks in this level. But like, I don't want anything insanely hard. Like, I don't want like a frame perfect or something. Alright. Alright. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. That was extremely good. That was like twice like the productivity that I would get in a normal like stream, which is good because I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't just get one part done. I got 2 parts done. Added a background to this part. Added some more like stuff to like it, and like I just did so good. I'm gonna begin working on like all this and stuff, like right before the drop, which is actually like 20 seconds. I'm almost 20 seconds into the level, which is like right here. Let me look at like the actual song on Spotify. Uh, all right. All right. No, it starts at 13 seconds, but still, W progress. About like that's a lot of progress. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And peace.